The thing about mentoring is it assists people not to go through the same long path that the person who's passed there has gone through. So you don't have to do the same mistakes that the person who has actually passed that stage has gone through, because they are able to assist you with the kind of knowledge that you require. And it is always important that you find a mentor or you find a coach for you to be able to, to keep thriving in the kind of work that you do. And there is a difference between a mentor and a coach, and that is very important also to understand, because the difference is that a coach is somebody who basically assists you to master a specific task. So coaching is more short term versus mentoring. So coaching is more about a specific job or a specific task that you have to perform. So for that you're able to get the necessary information to be able to perform it, whilst mentoring is more long term. And with mentoring, it happens over time. So it's basically a journey that you are taking with your mentor. So mentoring is more on career path. For example, if you're saying, okay, now I am working as an administrative assistant, and my ideal position that I'd like to see myself at one day is to be an administrative manager. So it's basically that your mentor will be able to assist you in terms of planning for it, in terms of looking for things of like the kind of courses that will be relevant to empower you to build to that. The kind of experience that you want to gain along the way for you to get there. So mentorship is more long term versus coaching, and it's important that you actually determine where you are now to say, do you need a coach? Do you need a mentor? And if you do, what kind of a coach are you looking for? What kind of a mentor are you also looking for? So in that way, you get to be very clear that when you approach a person to say, I'd like you to be my mentor, or I'd like you to be my coach, then you are also able to communicate to them that what is it that you're hoping to achieve in this relationship that you're starting or you're beginning with this person, because then it also makes things easier for them, that when they embark with you on the journey of coaching you or mentoring you, they know that what is it that they need to share with you? What is it that they need to encourage you on? What is it that they need to empower you on? And in that way, you are able that throughout the process, you're having a mutually beneficial relationship where you are basically getting empowered, because that's what you need throughout the process. And that's where you also need guidance as you go through that process. So it's very much important that from the beginning, both of you are very clear in terms of what is the ultimate goal that you want to achieve. So if you're saying, for example, I'd like you to mentor me, so you should basically be having an idea of, in 3 years, in 5 years, for example, where do you want to be? If they're going to assist you and mentor you to that level, where do you want to be at that point, and what are the expectations from them as your mentor? Because they will also have expectations from you as the mentee to say, there are certain exercises or there are certain things that you also have to do for you to be able to move into that direction. So if you don't establish that kind of a relationship, and also identify the goal that you want to achieve, you're easily going to find yourself going through a process that is not meaningful to both of you, a process that is not going to help you, and that on its own can be very, very much demoralizing for you, because or even demotivating, because at some point, that's when you're going to feel like, okay, I'm now into this process, but it's not benefiting me, because now you won't be able to measure if it is helping you or not. But once you've got a clear goal, and you've also set the time in terms of by when, what is it that you'd like to achieve, it becomes easier for you to measure all of that. Yeah. So um, this I have taken, from the discussions that we had with John Hill last week, in terms of as you grow in the career, also be aware that you will need somebody to hold your hand at some point. But also, if you have also advanced to more senior level, or you have been working for quite a number of years and you have accumulated the necessary experience, it's also very nice that you take somebody along with you, or you also empower somebody else that is coming, that is new in the profession. So that you're able to transfer the skills also that you have, because you'd find that this would at some point help you. And I'll give you an example. There are circumstances where you find yourself wanting to, for example, go for a conference. And as you go for a conference, obviously, our offices differ. Others can be very busy, whilst others are not so busy. Others, you can be able to make adjustments and be able to go. But if, for example, you find yourself that you're working in an office that is very busy, you'll want somebody to man your desk when you're away. But if you have somebody that you are coaching or somebody that you're mentoring, it becomes easy that when you're not there, they can actually man your desk. And the fact that you're mentoring them or you're coaching them, they obviously understand how you operate. They obviously understand the kind of approach that you take when you work, and they are likely to adopt the same kind of an approach. So that means then it becomes, the relationship becomes mutual in terms of benefits that come, because then you are empowering them, but they can also be able to come and stand in for you when you're not there. So these are the things that are very important to look out for, and also make sure that we create in our spaces, because when you have a community of administrative professionals, and remember, when we talk about administrative professionals, we're talking about everybody who's doing administrative work, whether it's a receptionist, an administrative assistant, or office manager, or office coordinator, or personal assistant, or executive. We have a lot to share and a lot to learn from each other on this platform. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day further.